All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. JimmyChurchRadio.com for SyndicatedNews.net. Live in the studio with Hilton J. Palm, Charlie the Shekinator Sheckman, Rita Kamarian. Shoot us an email to Jimmy at JimmyChurchRadio.com. You can follow us on Twitter at JChurchRadio. There's Facebook, YouTube. All right. The NCAA finally, 2 weeks late, has finally decided to go in and investigate Penn State. In a letter to Penn State today, NCAA President Mark Emmert started off his letter with this. They're interested in Penn State's exercise of institutional control over its intercollegiate athletics program. Threatening. You don't want NCAA investigating anything unless you're Auburn. Here's another quote from the letter. He says, this was a quote to AP. He says, "We have to examine those facts and make a thoughtful determination of what is covered by our bylaws and what is not." He also went on to say to AP, "Everyone that works inside a university, a coach, an administrator, a faculty member, is first an educator and mentor." He went on to say, "When you're in that position, you have a responsibility to provide leadership and maintain a high ethical standard." I agree. And before I move on, this is the problem that I have with the investigation. It's too little, too late, number one. Number two, it's bad timing. You don't want to go in and investigate while the feds are doing their own investigation at the same time. You're going to go around and question the very same people with the very same questions. It's just going to confuse everything and confuse the situation, certainly for the feds. Is this a crime that the feds are investigating, or crimes, or is this an NC2A issue? And an NC2A issue, just to be clear, is when somebody buys somebody dinner. Some booster gives a kid a ride in his car. Some booster loans a kid his car for the summer to drive. Some booster slips $100 under the table to said athlete so he can have some money to eat on. That's an NC2A violation. Lack of institutional control. That has nothing to do with the feds. The feds are there investigating a pedophile that ran amok for 15 years, raping children. There's federal statutes, federal laws that deal with that, as well as state level laws that deal with that. So that's two separate things. So why would the NC2A go in now when they are fully under the microscope by the feds? Now, when the NC2A went in and did what they did with USC, they destroyed that campus over one man, Reggie Bush, and his mom, and $700,000 and a house. There wasn't raping of little kids. There's two different situations. What they did over with Ohio State cost Jim Tressel his job. By the way, Pete Carroll's in coaching purgatory. He's up there coaching the Seattle Seahawks instead of USC. You know he'd much rather be down here. Cost Jim Tressel his job at Ohio State over autographs, tattoos, autographed sneakers, game-worn pants. Cost Jim Tressel his job and his reputation, the vest. So they can handle it like that, or they can handle it like Cam Newton and Auburn and find nothing. Why do it at all? Let the feds go in there, clean house, figure out what crimes have been committed on a federal level, and then go in and check things out for yourself. And I'm talking about the NC2A. It's just too little, too late. The institutional control of what they call a squeaky clean program that Penn State hid behind that veil apparently for so long in Happy Valley. No violation. And if the NC2A would have gone in and talked to somebody maybe in the last 10 years, maybe they might have found out something. But it's just too little, too late now. And I understand Mark Emmert's concern. I said on yesterday's show, and I do mean this, the worst job in America right now is to be a coach. Certainly an amateur coach at any level. Any level. Little League Baseball, mini pads, it doesn't matter. Every parent is now looking at those coaches and wondering if the funky went on. This is JimmyChurchRadio.com for syndicated news. We'll be back right after this.